How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Stand Focused for Jesus. Hope each and every one of you are having a blessed day in the Lord Jesus Christ. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to tune in to what the Holy Spirit has put in my heart, put in my spirit to speak to you all. I'm going to say something controversial, shocking, right? I'm going to say something controversial. I want you to hear me out. Most of the stuff that I post, most of the things that I say in my sermons, they are made to be negative. They're supposed to be negative. Shocking. Shocking. Oh my God, so controversial. You know what? He's right though. Why does he always post negativity? Why is he always coming with this negative stuff? Well, the reason that anybody would say or have something to say against the way that I preach or I teach in negativity, they don't understand science. They don't understand the basics of science. They lack knowledge. They lack wisdom. They lack understanding. In a world where everything seems to be positive, I like to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. Most people that walk around with this positive attitude all the time, they are some of the most negative people in the world. They are some of the most negative people in the world. They are some of the most negative people in the world. They don't really live the positivity that they're talking about. In a world where men are coddled to be itches, men are coddled to have their male part tucked between their legs. We're gonna tone it down a little bit today. We're gonna tone it down because it's still early in the morning, so we're gonna tone it down. But y'all know I can go in. In a world like that, in a world where women are groomed to act like their female part is bigger than a man's, and that they should take the lead role because men aren't stepping up, those things are seen as positive. I like they come with the negativity. Have you ever changed a battery in your car, your truck, or whatever it is? Have you ever changed a battery in anything? A remote control, a radio, a kid's toy. That battery has what? I'll wait. I'll give you a chance to figure it out. Okay, time's up. That battery has what? It has positive and negative. No, the battery has positive and positive. No, the battery has negative and negative. No, the battery has positive and negative. Like I said, people, they talk about positive vibes only. I think I got sucked off into it, a little bit when I was in my ignorance. Sometimes we just follow the wave and everything. We say stuff. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. Oh my God, he said that. See. Yeah, I said the truth. I said the truth. Back in my younger day, I think I even had a shirt that said positive vibes only. Until I started to research this stuff, which is why I tell y'all, because something sounds good doesn't mean that it's good. It just sounds good. Positive vibes only sounds good. Now I understand the premise of it, but it's not reality. Your car that you drive every day shows you that. The appliances that you use every day show you that. The electricity that you use for your house shows you that, because even with your electricity that goes to your house, you have positive and negative. So you're going to tell the electricity company, positive vibes only. Don't y'all teach and believe that we are electromagnetic beings? that electricity flows through us, because it's the truth, right? Therefore, that means that there is positive and negative within you. Even in the Garden of Eden, God could have made it where it was nothing there but good. And overall, we know that there was nothing there but good. But guess what was else? Guess what else was there? Oh, the serpent was there. And something else was there. What was that, Brother King? The tree of the knowledge of good and good. The tree of the knowledge of evil and evil. No, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The tree was there. All this good that was around them, positive. But there was a form of negative there in regards to the tree. Hey, God said, don't eat it, don't touch it. You know, all these different things, right? They had a choice. Now the question is, why was the tree there? For choice, because we are made in the image of God, but for balance. The word tells us what? That God created the good and he created the evil. Why would God create evil? Well, how can you choose to do good if there is no other choice? How can you choose to do good if there is no other choice except good? There's nothing to choose. How can I choose between cake and ice cream if all I know is cake? Because we know if there's a choice between cake and ice cream, what are we choosing? If there's a choice between cake and ice cream, what are we choosing? Let's be real. We're going to choose both of them. Most people, they're going to choose, well, I want the cake and the ice cream. That would be good, right? Cake and ice cream go together. Good and evil go together in the sense of there being a choice, because God didn't make us to be robots. We're not dealing with a artificial intelligence. We are dealing with divine intelligence. There's nothing artificial about God. Therefore, there's nothing artificial about the choices that we make. God created good and evil for us to be able to choose, but also so there could be a balance. A balance. A balance. Just like you have negativity, it brings forth balance. Why are most of my posts, most of what I say negative? Well, because people are out of balance. They are in such a positive state that they are in a delusion. They are in such a positive state that they are in a delusion thinking that all I need is positivity. And then the negativity that I'm really bringing you is going to balance you out. Taking away some of that crazy thinking, crazy delusional thoughts that all I need is positivity when the world doesn't work that way. When you have a situation like that, you have something that's out of control. This is basic science. Something is going supernova, is blowing up, is giving all of this positive energy off. You ever seen a supernova explode or a video and everything? It's what? It's exploding on itself, imploding on itself to give off all this positive energy, as we say. It cannot control itself. It cannot contain itself no longer. Because there is no more balance there in regards to the protons, neutrons, and electrons. If there was a balance there, then it would be stable. Stable elements, stable isotopes. The same thing we talk about radioactive material. If that material is unstable, it's because of what? The protons, neutrons, and electrons, they out of whack. They are out of whack. So someone has to come along, or something has to come along to help balance that thing, or to help balance that person. Y'all thinking that I'm coming with the negativity simply because I want to be negative. No, I'm coming with the negativity to expose that you are unstable. And you need people like me, the salt of the earth, the salt of the world, to bring that balance to make you think and see what's really going on. You're unstable. Your electron spectrum is out of whack. Your radioactive spectrum is unstable. Your ultraviolet spectrum, we see the colors on you. Like how deep you want to go with this, man? How deep you want to go with this? I'm trying to save your life. I'm trying to save your life. I'm trying to save your soul by giving you the things that others have not given you because they lied to you. They lied to you to purposely make you unstable. If you look at your life, you will find out that your life is unstable. Now you have to find out, why is your life unstable? Because you're walking around with this bull jive, positive vibes only, no negativity, when negativity is what balances you out to make sure that you are truly in a positive state of living. If you're just thinking that you're in a positive state of living and you're not comparing it to nothing else, then how do you really know that you're in a positive state of living? You know why I believe what I believe? Because I compared it to other stuff. And y'all can get mad at what I believe. I don't care. I don't care. When Christ said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no man comes to the Father but by me, I compared what he said. That's a bold statement to other religions, other beliefs, and nobody else is saying that. So I'm like, why in the hell would he say that? I'm just being real. Why would Christ make such a bold statement like that? Man, that's a bold statement. That's a bold statement to say, bring my enemies before me that didn't want me to rule over them and slay them before me. People talk about John 3:16, but they don't talk about that scripture though. People talk about John 3:16, but they don't talk about the scripture where Christ said that those who were our captives, because we on a plantation, right? He said one day we're not only going to rule over them, but we're going to rule over their children. And their children's children, and their children's children, and their children's children, they're going to be our slaves. But they don't talk about those scriptures, though. They don't talk about those scriptures, though. They don't talk about the scriptures, Jesus flipping over tables and cracking the whip on folks. They don't talk about the destruction that he's going to bring and the white garments that Christ is known for wearing. It says that he's going to stain them with the blood of his enemies. They don't talk about those scriptures, though. That's too negative, right? That's too negative. That's too negative. He said the blood gonna be up to the horse's neck. The little thing that the horse wears around his mouth and everything to keep him focused. He said the blood gonna be up that high. At least. It's like 5+ feet of blood. Oh, that's negative. We don't want to hear that. No, that's too negative. Negativity brings you back into the correct balance you need to be in. And also when you are too negative, like when you are depressed, for example, that would be a manifestation of negativity, a bad negativity, right? But sometimes we have to go through that. I know I had to go through a state of depression. I've never been a person that has dealt with depression in my life. But me being depressed at a particular point in time in my life is what saved me. So I had to go through that negativity. And yet here comes God with his positivity. Here comes God with his light to bring me out of that negativity. So when we get too deep into negativity, positivity is there to bring us out of that negativity and to bring us back into stability. And then when we get too positive, because too much positivity leads to pride. I don't think you heard me. Too much positivity leads to pride. Because now the light that you're shining isn't a light of pure love. It's a light of ego. It's a light of self-righteousness. It's a light of instability. And when you are unstable and you're, just bouncing off of everything, doing that, you are hitting others and making them unstable. Because now you're shining brighter and brighter and brighter, as we should, but it's not in a stable manner. So you're unstable. You're bouncing here, bouncing there, bouncing here, bouncing there. But then you get addicted to it. And now you're going and bouncing off of other people, or going to other people and stealing their elements. You're stealing their atoms. You're stealing their positivity to feed your positivity, so you can even be more unstable. But like I just said, when the positivity is unstable, it's pride. So now you have to have somebody that comes in and brings that negativity to try to bring you back under control, because you're destroying other people. In your mind, you see it as negativity. In your mind, you see it as negative. Because you are addicted to the power. You're addicted to the lust of the power that you have. You're unstable. So, of course, you're going to see it, because now you see it as your destruction. Well, it's not really your destruction, it's your salvation. This is why I preach the way that I preach. This is why I most of my posts come off as negative. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. It's for those who are in a downward spiral, thinking that they are in an upward spiral because they're walking in positivity, when life does not work that way. Even from a scientific standpoint, if you put forth a scientific theory, you see if the theory is true by trying it against stuff that is supposed to prove your theory true or false. You just go forward with a scientific theory and say, you know what, my scientific theory is true, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. No, let me try different things that speak contrary to my scientific theory. And if these things that speak contrary to my scientific theory, my scientific theory stands true against these things, then we know what? The scientific theory is most likely true. It's gonna prove itself to be true, because truth proves itself to be truth. But truth is balanced against what? Against lies. Because lies come in and say, no, this is not it. And then you come to find out, oh yeah, the lies were the ones that were lying. The truth is the truth. Balance. Most of you do not have balance in your life, which is why you don't have peace in your life. Because you're on this positive vibes only. If somebody comes in and says something negative that you don't want to hear, even though it's true, now the ego kicks in. And when ego is unchecked, that's an issue. When ego is unchecked, it's an issue, because now guess what you're doing? You're feeding the positivity, but you're not feeding the positivity in righteousness, and you're not feeding the positivity with the right amount of balance. If you say, I look good, you look in the mirror, you say, man, I'm looking good today. I'm looking good, right? You got your hair done. For me, I shave my head, got my beard and everything. Man, I'm on point, whatever. Boom, boom, boom. That would be positivity, right? But I got boogers in my nose. Boogers in my nose. Somebody comes along, hey man, let me take your side, man. I know you're fresh and everything, but hey, bro, you're not as fly as you think you are. What you talking about, man? I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that. Hey, bro, I'm trying to take your side, because you in these females' faces, you talking to them and stuff. You thinking they talking to you because you fly and everything, but they really talking to you because of your money, your car, and stuff like that. Because you got boogers in your nose, man. You got boogers in your nose, and no female wants a dude, no matter how good he look, walking around with boogers in his nose. But you ain't trying to hear that. I'm just using an example. You can take it how you want, but you get the point. You don't want to hear that negativity. You don't hear anything that's going to speak against how you have exalted your ego, because positive vibes only, right? Not realizing that negativity is what's going to balance you out. So that person comes in and tells you, hey, let me help you out here. Let's say you take it. Oh, snap, I do. Let me get that out my nose. Now, that positivity of, okay, I'm looking good, I'm that guy, it is balanced through somebody bringing to you what you deem as negative. It wasn't negative, you just took it as negative. But they had to say it a certain way because you weren't receiving it no other way. They have to come stronger than where you at. So if you're on a level 10, they have to come with a level 15 of negativity. You're on a level 10. You're supposed to be on a level 8 in balance, but you unbalanced. So your level 8 is no longer balanced. It's on a level 10 of instability. So they have to come higher. They have to come higher than a level 10. They at least probably have to come to a level 15. Because they have to have a, you know what I'm saying, a gap in there. That's how I do it. A gap in there for you try to come back. Because if somebody comes back, let's say I come back with something what they deem is negative. They're on a level 10, right? I got to come with a level 15 because once I come with what they deem as negative, they're going to clap back from a level 10 to probably a level 12, 13 or whatever. So it just really depends on the person in regards to how I approach it. Why? Because I'm trying to help you out. I want you to come back into that right balance. But most of you don't want to come back into balance. You want to be unstable. Why? You realize how much power there is in instability. You realize how much you can feed off of other people because they don't know any better. But just want to drop this on y'all to give you some real things to think about. Some real things to think about. Because they're not telling you these different things, man. They're telling you positive vibes only. That's not real life. Nothing in this world works simply on positive vibrations. Nothing. Batteries in your car, positive, negative. The electricity that you use, positive, negative. Even the food that you eat, positive and negative. Yes, certain foods have more of a positive, positive quote unquote vibes and everything. We know fruits and vegetables, those with quote unquote have more of a positive vibe, right? A positive frequency. Processed foods are going to have a negative frequency, right? More of a negative frequency. And so you want to eat more positive frequency foods in comparison to negative frequency foods. Why? Because we have grown up, most of us, eating negative frequency foods, highly processed foods and stuff like that. It would make sense because now it has to, come in and clean everything out and get things back into a right balance. So then now you're in a balance and you want something sweet. If you do go eat something that's highly processed, then it's not as bad. Or you take that same thing that you like that was highly processed and you go look up a recipe of how to make that same thing that you enjoy in the right way. Where there's a balance to it. It's not, oh my God, this got 100 grams of, of sugar or whatever, when you don't need all that sugar. And it can still be just as good. Now that favorite food, that favorite snack you're taking in is positively balanced. And then when you eat it, it's positively balanced within you also. But hey, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just at peace though. I'm truly at peace. I don't know what I'm talking about. Keep on walking around with this whole positive vibes only and not wanting to be corrected. And that's our problem. We're so prideful that we don't want to be corrected. We think that nobody can correct us. Oh, nobody can correct you because, when somebody says on your Facebook post, you say something bad. Well, I say something bad because what they're saying, if you're going to prove me wrong, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong with facts. And the reality of it is, just because a person says something on my post, I don't agree with it, doesn't mean I don't listen to what they say. Every time somebody says something on my post, I always listen to what they say because that's my gift. My gift isn't making videos. My gift isn't talking. My gift is listening. I don't care who it is. It could be the devil himself. I will still listen to what he has to say. Or if it's a female, I will still listen to what she has to say. Because, we got male and female devils. It could be a drunk person. It could be a homeless person. It could be whoever. I will still listen to what they say. And then even after the fact, I will reflect on the conversation that we had. And I'll be like, yeah, that point was true, what they said. And I will apply it to my life and say, you know what? I can do better in that area. I can do better in that area. Why? Balance. Balance. But you're not going to come on my post and post some bull job. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that and not speak some truth and speak some facts and don't think I have the right to defend what I said. Don't come on my post and get mad if I say something back at what you said when nobody told you to say anything. You could have kept it moving. I'm going to post regardless of people comment or not. I don't care if people comment. I'm not posting on Facebook. I'm not posting on YouTube for people to comment back. If they choose to comment, that's them. But I'm going to post regardless. Especially on YouTube where my comment section isn't even open, but I got over 1,400 videos. But I'm doing it for the likes and doing it for the comments. Man, stop it. Stop it. Been at this for over 10 years. Over 10 years. I do it to help people. I do it to challenge people. And negativity always challenges positivity. And positivity always challenges negativity. And there's a balance in the equilibrium. There's a balance in the equilibrium if you can see it, if you can get there. Just like a storm comes through. But in the midst of that storm, in the eye of the storm, there's peace. They say opposites attract. Don't they say that with relationships? To a certain extent. Why? Because the woman balances out the man and the man balances out the woman. The man has something positive. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't got to say it. And it goes into something that's in a negative state in comparison to positive, because that positive is growth, right? The negative, the woman's womb goes inwardly. So the positive and the negative, they come together to bring forth balance, which is the two together, 23 and 23 in a child. Twenty-three. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 5 plus 5 equals what? 10. Balance. 5 and 5. Balance. 5 and 5. Balance. You may say, what are you talking about? 23 chromosomes from each. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 5 plus 5 equals what? Balance. 5 and 5. Balance. Protons, neutrons, electrons. Balance. Positive and negative. Well, how does 5 plus 5 equal balance? Because 5 plus 5 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals what? 1. 1. Balance. I'm out. Y'all have a blessed one. I'm out.